And you want to go now?
All right, I want to welcome everybody. I want to ask everybody if you've unmuted your own line, please mute it back, and at the very end, we'll open up for questions. But my name is Chuck Williams, and I have the distinct privilege of hosting tonight's call. We've got a couple of great guests. This is yours truly. It's nice to know the person speaking and hosting the call is a user and a product of the product. The picture on the far left is me before Isagenix. I had actually lost a little bit of that belly fat before I started using Isagenix solutions, but 23 pounds of that was released using the Isagenix products with no exercise. I know I showed a picture there of me doing some weightlifting, but that didn't come until much after getting involved in Isagenix. I literally had not done much exercise for decades. So that weight loss that I experienced, the weight management, was literally using the solutions, no exercise. And then I got inspired at one of the events about a year ago, at Celebration event in Las Vegas. And I saw a 61-year-old man on stage who went from the body that you look in the middle there to the one on the right, and I was inspired to do something about it. And so I did. I joined the Ice Body Challenge. My wife and I joined the local gym. We went to work, and with a good meal plan using mostly Isagenix products and a good weightlifting program, literally my wife and I have completely transformed our bodies. Now we crave good nutrition and we crave exercise, which I could definitely say wasn't the case before Isagenix. Isagenix has a very simple but profound vision, and that vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process, create the largest health and wellness company in the world. Now, when you think about that, you've got to think about Johnson & Johnson, which is the largest health and wellness company in the world today. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they did about $80 billion in sales last year. Isagenix did just under $1 billion last year. So we got a ways to go before we're number one, but I'm telling you this, that's the vision of the company. That's what we're about having happen, and we're doing it to impact the world for health and financial reasons. Now, Isagenix has a corporate office in Arizona, Chandler, Arizona, just outside of Phoenix, Arizona. Several of us are going on a VIP tour there next week. Phenomenal operation, and we have great leadership. So when you're looking at using products and possibly an opportunity of promoting those products, you want to know that the company is solid. 16-year track record, $6 billion in sales. My good friend Kwang Soo Shin said when he did his due diligence on the product, all he did is look at the sales numbers. And he said a company doesn't steadily grow over 16 years and reach just under $1 billion in 2017, do a cumulative total of $6 billion as of now, plus if the products aren't good. So these products are amazing, and you can see some amazing transformations of bodies, many like mine, many much more than mine. Also, the products are priced right. How do we know that? You don't do $6 billion in sales if your products aren't priced right. So Isagenix has really got it together. The corporate staff, the scientists, everything's there for you. Here in the picture in the bottom right-hand corner, you see one of our co-founders, Kathy Coover, and she basically is talking about the integrity of the company. We remain steadfast to our commitment to always do the right thing the right way. She's been quoted often as saying, if it's not right for the Isagenix customer, the Isagenix associate, it's not right for Isagenix. And they believe that. We also have a no compromise guarantee with our products. Now, I'm not going to show you a whole lot of before and after pictures tonight because I've got a couple of phenomenal guests. I got some really exciting things I want to share with you. But we're going to show you a few. And I just want you to know the results depicted in this presentation are not typical. The average weight loss is 9 pounds based on a clinical research study out of Chicago. You can read all about our research. It's at isagenixhealth.net, isagenixhealth.net, and you can actually read those research products on your own if you'd like. They're very, very well done. The bottom paragraph there talks about income statements. I'm not going to talk much about income at all. We are going to tell you at the end of our presentation just how to get your products paid for. On Wednesday night, we will show a little bit as a teaser for what happens on Wednesday night. Wednesday night is the opportunity call where people that are interested in making this more than just a product-based company can actually not only just get the products paid for, but they can actually make a very, 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 very nice living, as we saw attested to many people walking across stage in Nashville at our global presentation. So what is Isagenix all about? Well, back in the very beginning, John Anderson developed this product basically to save his own foot. He'd been bit by a brown recluse spider. The poison was eating away at his foot. At the hospital, the doctors were recommended that they amputate his foot to save his life. And as a nutritional formulator of products, he developed products for over 600 companies, over 2,000 formulas he had developed, and literally he was known throughout the world already as the Mineral Man. And so when the doctors were giving that diagnosis and suggested treatment, he said, time out, time out, time out. He goes, I want to go back to my lab and I want to develop a product that's going to relieve me of these toxins without having to relieve me of my foot. And so literally he had to sign some paperwork to get out of the hospital, and he went back to his lab. And I think he had the help of a couple of friends that are scientists, but he literally started putting all kinds of nutritional products together, and he came up with what is today our Cleanse product. Well, that Cleanse product saved his foot. And so literally he was able to save his foot, the toxins were removed, and lo and behold, as a byproduct of that, he ended up losing a lot of weight. Now I've heard everywhere from 40 to 60 pounds, but here's a diabetic. He lost a tremendous amount of weight as a byproduct to cleansing these toxins out of his body. Back 16 years ago, that's what started Isagenix, that incredible cleanse and the weight loss. But we're so much more than weight loss. We're going to talk to you about that tonight. But energy, weight, time, aging, the job stress, physical build, health reasons, and financial, which again is our Wednesday call. So what do we have? We have solutions. We have 4 basic categories. We have weight wellness, performance, personal care and beauty, and vitality and well-being. Isagenix is all about making people feel better and look better and get healthier. That's exciting. And we have science behind our products. I mentioned earlier, isagenixhealth.net. This and other research has been done. This study right here is more focused on the healthy heart diet versus the Isagenix weight loss system. Look at the stats there. These are amazing. Dr. Paul Osorio, when he saw these stats after the research, he was absolutely amazed at the results. 56% more weight loss with Isagenix, 47% more fat loss with Isagenix, twice as much visceral fat loss. Again, we're much, much more than weight loss, but those are so incredible. Here are 2 phenomenal stories. And for those of you that were in Nashville, Tennessee with us last week at Charlotte for the celebration, global celebration, you got to see Kenya Elliott actually walk across stage. Now, again, these results are not typical, not normal. This woman was able to release 439 pounds. She literally came out on stage in Nashville and did a split in front of all of us. It was like, wow, amazing transformation. You see the picture in the bottom right there, her before picture. I've seen other pictures of her where she was literally lying in a hospital bed, pretty much hoping to die. She had pretty much given up on life, and someone introduced her to Isagenix. Through using the system and through different exercise and following the coaching, she was able to release over 400 pounds. And she's literally gotten her life back, as so many others have. Now, not so many of us have lost 400 pounds, but so many have gotten their life back. I now want to do a real favor for all of you. And I want to introduce you to a friend of mine, Liz Liggon. Liz is out of the New York area, and she's got a phenomenal background. I want her to share a little bit about her story and her initial getting started, and then a little bit about these performance products before I bring up my next guest. So Liz, please take it away, and I'd love to hear your story.
Thank you, Chuck, and good evening, everyone. Hi, I'm Liz Liggon. I live on Easton, Long Island, and I came back in the rain today after a wonderful global celebration. It was phenomenal. I'd love to share my experience with Isagenix. About a year ago, my son, Kevin, gave me a call. He says, Mom, you got to try this. And I'm like, what? So he said, listen, this company is phenomenal. It will give you a cleanse. And I'm like, cleanse? I'm like, okay. I was a little skeptical because, you know, me as a trainer, I thought I knew it all. And I didn't. I said, okay, I'll give it a try. So I did. So he called me on my first cleanse day. He's like, Mom, how you doing? And I was like, you know, I don't understand. I washed windows. I washed the car. I did a load of laundry. I cooked about 5 meals. I'm like, I have all this crazy energy. I don't know where it came from. He said, Mom, that's the cleanse. I'm like, are you serious? So I was like, I'm hooked. I got to try the rest of the products. So as a fitness coach, you know, I started introducing to my clients and my family and friends. And I started really looking into the AMP products also. And I'll tell you how I personally use them for myself and my clients. I started using the pre-workout with the power. That's usually like a power yoga, or if I'm doing body weight, like some of the exercise we do, like push-ups, sit-ups, you know, with your body. And then if I really, really want to push, you know, high intensity, work weights with individual or myself, I will use the other product, the nitro, which I absolutely love. I couldn't wait to get that back in January. I was totally psyched. And then if I do a long run, which I am a long distance runner, I will use the Knox product. That opens up all my blood vessels and gets me going and feeling amazing. And if I cycle, I love also to go on a long distance, at least more than 10 miles sometimes. Like to push the body, and the fuel just keeps me fueled up. And I love every single one of the products. And since the weather's warm, it's always good to hydrate. You know, it's important for us to have, you know, our fluids in our body to bounce back. And I just love the lemon lime hydrate to give me all the good electrolytes and refuel me. And not to say the least, you must recover. That recover is phenomenal. I'm not achy and sore the next day. I feel like a brand new person. So sometimes I'll snack on the bars, you know, in between a meal if I can't grab, you know, a fresh fruit or vegetables or some nuts. But the product, it's nothing like it. It's definitely the number one. And I'm hooked. I'm definitely a long-term person for the products, and I will share it with family, friends, or even strangers that I meet. And thank you, Chuck, for letting me share.
Liz, thank you. You're doing a great job. Really proud of you and your daughter, brand new consultant with the company. And so congratulations there. Now we have another special guest. I'm super excited to share, let her share a little bit of her story, then kind of go through some products. And we're actually going to give you a brief overview of some of the new products that Isagenix just recently unveiled in Nashville. So Nancy, Bratton, if you come on and just give a quick introduction of your story, and then let's jump right into these products and we'll get into our core products before we get into the essence oils.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chuck. And I just really appreciate you hosting these calls for the Cepeda team. They are amazing. And it's just such an informative and simple way to learn what we have. So many years ago, I suffered from a pretty severe illness, and we didn't figure it out till I was in my 50s. And I wanted to give up. And Carol Tonkin was helping me already with my health. And about a year into that, she introduced me to these products. And I wasn't a very willing person at first, but she persisted. And I just have been really given my life back. And being able to travel with my husband has been amazing. That's what he wanted to do. Our first trip was Italy, and he packed an entire suitcase full of these products. And he goes, I know what keeps my wife alive. And when I climbed the 1,700 steps up the Great Wall of China, I felt a real amazing and very emotional victory. So just enjoying living life in my 60s now and feeling better than I did back in my 30s and 40s for sure. So yeah, that's my story. And I want to talk about the products. This first product is the Cleanse for Life. This is just the most amazing combination of support botanicals to give our cleansing organs what they need to do their job better. And it's so simple to use, and you use it 4 times on a cleansing day, and also with the snack wafers and other things that kind of keep you energized and your body just working. I used to take a lot of the products that are in this individually by opening mini bottles of capsules and swallowing things. This is just so simple, and most things are cold processed. If you look at the science and the product development with John Anderson and his scientists, it is amazing. No compromise products. They are third-party tested so that they are not testing their own, and they test things pre, mid, and post batch. So that's the Cleanse for Life. And the next picture here is the shake. And this is the base product. This is the food. All 90 nutrients needed by the body. Most of the things that are missing in our food are minerals. And John Anderson is known as the mineral man in the industry, like Chuck said. And everything that's needed to create healthy cells is in this. We can get into the details of 24 grams of protein from whey protein that is grass-fed cows. They don't get corn and no GMOs, no hormone shots, no antibiotic shots. And the amazing thing is they also process it cold. It's a process called undenatured, so it does not take the nature out of it. And then they remove the lactose, so almost everybody can have it. For those who really want a dairy-free, we have amazing dairy-free vegan shakes in 2 delicious flavors. And for vegans to know that they can get their entire branch chain amino acid covered in that shake is awesome. You're going to feel fuller than you think you're going to on this, and they are delicious. So the next product is almost everybody's favorite. It's called Isagenix Supreme, and this is nature's answer to stress. And if you have, I just heard yesterday another testimony, a gal had really been struggling with some emotional things, and she said, my doctor put me on a whole bunch of different products, and she looked at our Isagenix Supreme, she goes, oh my goodness, they're in this product. 6 of the world's top adaptogens and antioxidants. You just take 1 shot every morning. First thing when you get up, 1 ounce. You hold it in your mouth and let it absorb sublingually, and you will notice a difference. 15 minutes later, you have that shake and you are ready to go with your day. So the next product is a combination of vitamins, and the last product, the Isagenix. The Complete Essentials vitamins can be purchased individually like this or with the Isagenix. Everything that you are taking in individual vitamins is in here. Your vitamin D3, your CoQ10, your resveratrol, all of those omegas. They're all in there. So it's a no-brainer. You just open the pack in the morning, take them, open the pack in the evening, and take them, and you're done. And the last product is the Isagenix. It can be purchased separately as well as being in the vitamins. The Isagenix is the healthy aging with the telomere support. And if you haven't learned about telomeres, T-E-L-E-M-E-R-E-S, I want you to just Google it. And they discovered them in 2009. And we have the world's top telomere scientists developing this product for our company. And the reason he picked Isagenix is he likes the way our protein is processed. And he said, this is absorbed properly when you have the right proteins. So we win with this wonderful healthy aging product. So that is the basic.
Yep, I want to thank you for that. And I love it when you explain the product. We've got so many great presenters within Isagenix and the Cepeda team. I see several of them on the call tonight, but just absolutely love the way you share this information in a way that a novice like me can understand it, which I really appreciate. Could you spell telomeres again for me again real quick so I can Google that? Just kidding. But I will take you to our next product. And I had the privilege of running into Nancy in Nashville at a global celebration. She was so excited about the essential oils, and so was I. I know what this will do for my business, but from a product use standpoint, like 67% of other Isagenix associates, I've been using essential oils. So now that we've added them into our own product line, it's so exciting. And I thought nobody better than Nancy to kind of explain why she's so excited about it and how she sees this fit in with the rest of her Isagenix business. So Nancy, if you would kind of take it from here, I'm really looking forward to learning more. I've got my pad and paper out and ready to go.
Well, I'm going to keep it pretty simple. You know, you basically fill this with water and put 10 drops of oil in and diffuse it. That peppermint oil just makes you feel amazing. It's also wonderful to have just, you know, in your home, you can diffuse any of them. I am so excited about the oils. I have actually been using essential oils for about 10 years. And I don't know if people know, about 20 years ago, it was pretty like woo woo, you know, people were not very open to it. And I was one of them. And I started using oils as a part of an overall wellness plan because I realized I needed to take my health into my own hands and find a way to get well. So I was using things like Kangen water, and these essential oils have been a really wonderful help. In addition, a supplement to the Isagenix system. And I just believe that Jim and Kathy Coover really understand the overall balance of wellness and health in whole person and choosing to add these oils has been just amazing. I want to point out in this very first picture, the gentleman is dropping the oil into her hand, and that is how you want to use the oils. We don't want to be putting our finger on the top of the orifice, but drop the oils in, because we're trying not to contaminate what's in there. Even though a lot of those oils do have antimicrobial properties, we want to just be dropping one drop in. And take your bottle, look at the back of it, and notice that a serving size is 1 drop. So this is 400 servings. That is a real bargain. So even though they may appear to be expensive when you first get started, they are not. They last a long time, and they are very powerful and effective. The other thing that you want to do is make sure that you get the carrier oil. They call this coconut application oil. And when you first start, it's a good idea to dilute the oils with the carrier so that you don't get too much. They're very, very potent, and you want to be careful, especially around children and pets. You want to be really careful to dilute first. Also, the bottom of the feet is the safest place to use the oils, because besides diffusing, and the bottom of the feet absorb oils into the full body system really, really well. But that, especially with children, that keeps them away from their face and eyes. If you put peppermint oil around your face and get it in your eyes, you won't be very happy. So anytime you get too much of an oil, you do not wash it with water. You dilute it with a carrier oil, because it is a larger molecular structure, and it's going to pull that oil back out of the eye. So basically, the beautiful set that you have on the right is what we have. And right now, this whole pack isn't available. The 6 single oils are available individually. And when the whole thing becomes available again, it's quite a savings to get the whole thing. So I recommend a diffuser and the carrier oil. So the oils are listed here on the usage, and you can see on the back of the oil, it will tell you if it is something that you can ingest. And if you can't see all of the label, you can open up the back of it and read the rest of it. Can you all see that? The back of that tells the rest of the information. So there are only 3 that absolutely do not ingest. So just make sure you pay attention to the little paper that comes along with it. So we start with lavender. Everybody's familiar with lavender, makes babies sleep. I use lavender in the airport. I put it on my hands, and when there's a crying baby, I go visit the baby and pet their little heads, and they have lavender and they stop screaming. It really works. But you can even, put it in your brownies, diffuse it. It's just very comforting and wonderful. It's an excellent supplement to the sleep support and renewal. The lemon oil is great to add for your water. It just makes you feel good. Water sometimes needs a little extra boost for purification. Lemon is a great thing to add for that. Make sure you dilute it. If you use it in your ears with earaches, make sure you just very, very careful, and 1 drop with plenty of dilute. And when you put them in your hand, you're going to spin your finger 3 times. That's the direction of the sail. And then you can squeegee a little bit of that into your ear. Only use lemon oil diluted if it's going to be on your body, okay? The next one is eucalyptus, and I think a lot of people already know a lot of eucalyptus has been used for colds, and they use it in spas. You can diffuse it. You will feel amazing. You put a little bit of it in your bath. Frankincense, they recommend here you can actually use it as an aftershave. I recommend that you Google uses for frankincense. We cannot make any medical claims with essential oils, just as we don't with any of our Isagenix products except the heart boost and the immune boost. But I do recommend you Google uses for frankincense, because it is very, very powerful, and it's a lot of years of testimonies from that product. Tea tree oil is a great memory oil for me because I used it on my children when they had the chicken pox. It's great for skin. We diluted it with a carrier oil and covered them. We put each, on each chicken pox and then put it in their bath. So they they remember that smell. My kids and I all remember that smell. Tea tree is also known as melaleuca oil. So the next one is peppermint oil. It's great to put in your water, but you can use that in your mouth for a little bit of a freshen your breath anytime you're getting ready to go. Lots better than gum and than other, other things that people use for their breath. Defense Shield is great when we're going into the school season. The kids are going to get back together. Lots of bugs out there. It's got a lot of antimicrobial properties in it. And I actually put this on the bottom of my feet for immune health. And then airway, we all want our airways to be opened up. It's great. You can put it in your diffuser in a bedroom for kids that have stuffy noses. Content is great for all of us who love to cleanse with Isagenix. This is what you want to add to your cleansing day to help you feel happy. So you can actually put it also in your shakes. These are wonderful in your shakes. Add a drop of peppermint in your chocolate or a drop of lemon in your vanilla. You can icy it up and make, like an ice cream. And then the last one is Tumbliss. And Tumbliss is effective for digestive health. So you can actually put a little bit of coconut oil on your hand, a drop of Tumbliss, and rub it into your stomach. You can actually put a little drop of this on your tongue also for digestive health. And I want you to know that Travis Ogden talked about dumping a whole bunch of peppermint oil on his hand when he first got started in essential oils, rubbed it all over his stomach because he was feeling sick to his stomach. And he didn't realize how hot that would be because you don't do a lot. You just do one drop. So that's a really quick overview. You can find a lot of information about essential oils on the web. Go down to the used bookstore or go to your favorite bookstore and get a little oils book. But your pack comes with a booklet that talks about how to use the oils. I do want to pay attention to this slide right here that shows you the 3 that are absolutely that you do not want to ingest. So do pay attention to that. And all the others can be ingested and they can be applied to the body or diffused in the air. So I hope that's enough information. It's quick, but kind of a fast overview. I want you to know that this is an amazing addition to our Isagenix system. You're going to see people with phenomenal results. And just the research is already out there, so you can Google things you don't know, but just keep it simple for people. Just use a little bit and give it a try and see what works.
Nancy, thank you so much. I hope you can stick around. We got a few questions in the chat room, and maybe you can stick around and answer some of those questions for us at the end of our call tonight. But both Liz and Nancy, great job. You guys come through in such a big way. So as a guest, what I really want you to focus on is what you're currently spending to feed your body. And you really have to take into account, obviously the grocery store. Some people go several times during the week. Some people try to go once a week. But think about how much you spend for your food right now. Include eating out. Whenever you eat out, include that. If you stop at a convenience store, the coffee shop, factor that in, because what we're going to do is we're going to recommend some different solutions to you. And you can see the top one here is the Ultimate Business Building Pack. That ends up being about $40 a day. And literally that pack is for someone who's coming into this as a business. They want a wide breadth of all the products and they want to experience it all, so they've got some good personal experience. Gives you enough for samples. We'll talk about that pack more on a Wednesday night. For tonight's purposes, the best pack is the value pack. The value pack is about $20 a day, and it's going to replace most of your meals during that 30-day period of time, 32-day period of time. And it's going to give you a lot of the other extra things you're going to want to have, like the essentials, the complete essentials that Nancy talked about. It's also going to include some greens and just a wide breadth of products. In fact, I didn't used to show people all these different options. I used to just figure everybody wanted the minimum price on a 30-day pack, the basic pack. And so I wouldn't even tell them about these other options. Had a guy come back from one of my meetings one time, and he was very upset with me. He goes, Chuck, I'm mad. I go, what'd I do? He goes, you let me buy the basic pack. You didn't even tell me about this value pack. It had everything in it that I wanted. I would have saved about $180 when I bought it all together in a value pack. So ever since then, I let people make up their own mind. The value pack is absolutely the very best pack to use for a customer standpoint and an associate, in my opinion. You're going to get the very best value. The company, literally, they want you to buy that pack. How do I know that? Because they've put so much value into it that if you do your homework and compare, you're just going to say, well, that's kind of a no-brainer. It really is. The next one down, though, is the premium pack. It's about $15 a day. It's got a lot of good things in it. And then the basic pack is your bare essentials to have a good weight loss experience, weight management experience. I will mention, though, even on that basic pack, you want to at least add the Isagenix. None of us that are involved do a cleanse day without the Isagenix that I know of. And so why would we let you as a customer do it? Add the Isagenix at least. But those are the 4 basic packs that the Cepeda team recommends. Again, if you're coming in this to build a business, the Ultimate Pack is by far the best option for you. If you're coming in this and you want the absolute best experience as a customer, which I hope you do, the Value Pack's going to be your best option. And then if for whatever reason you want to scale back a little bit, there's a couple other options for you. So let me tell you how you get these products paid for. And this is my favorite part of the presentation. It's just basically you celebrate your results, you share with other people, and then you teach them how to share with other people. We call it the you share, they share. And in this simple example right here, let's say in this example, you share with a couple new customers who buy the value pack, as I recommended tonight for a customer, you would earn $100 product introduction bonus. If you did that twice in the same week, those $100 bonuses become $200 bonuses because they double. So 2 new customers, both buying a value pack in the same week, you just earn $400. Literally, that's about 67% of the cost of your value pack, and you're getting to eat all that you purchased. So it's a major savings for you at that point already. But if you can teach your customers how they too can get their products paid for, so now they become associates, they share with a couple customers, they become consultants. You do that within your first 60 days of becoming an associate. I'm not going to go through all the details. The person who invites you can do this easily for you. But within 60 days, you become what's called a manager. And in this case, it's a crystal manager. You add up all the commissions and bonuses you would have earned by doing that within your first 60 days, and you've just earned $900 if your 2 personal customers bought the value pack as in my illustration. $900. That's like 150% of the cost of your value pack. That is absolutely amazing, and it's right here for you to do. Now, we are part of the best team in Isagenix. I say that unapologetically. There's a lot of great teams out there, but the Cepedas are absolutely the best in my opinion. They have created a wealth creation system that not only helps you with your health benefits, but also your financial benefits. We'll talk more about that Wednesday night. But you can go to besetfreelife.com once you're a customer or an associate, and you get access to the very top training available in the company today. We do Monday night calls that are focused on the product. We do Wednesday night Zoom meetings that are focused on the business side of things. We have Express University. If you were on early on our call, you heard there are still a few tickets remaining. It has been added to the company corporate back office for events, and so the tickets are not going to last long. As soon as somebody outside of the Cepeda team finds out they're available, their team's going to snatch them up. So if you want to go, whether you're a customer or a business builder or both, you want to get your tickets immediately. Go to besetfreelife.com and click on the link there. It's right there, Express University. Of all the events I've been to in my 20-plus year career in this industry, the Express University is by far my favorite. Now, with that being said, I do want to just give you a little bit of a hint here. When do you want to start seeing results? My dad used to use the saying, if you want shade, when's the best time to plant a shade tree? Well, obviously, it's 10, 15, 20 years ago. But for those of you that are just hearing about Isagenix tonight, or maybe you're really serious about hearing it for the first time, or you're open to hearing about it for the first time, if you didn't get started 16 years ago when the company started, you're probably fortunate. They've learned a lot, and things are better today. The timing's better today, in my opinion, than it's ever been to get started, even as a customer. So get started now. Get back with the person who invites you. It's as simple as setting up an account, just like an Amazon account or any other kind of account that you buy products online, except with Isagenix, you're buying the best nutritional products you can possibly buy online through your own account. And then, as I mentioned in the You Share, They Share, if you simply refer other people, just like a good movie or a good restaurant, They use your ID number, your customer ID number, and the company's going to pay you either in vouchers if you're a customer or in commissions if you're an associate. Oh, it must cost a lot to be an associate, right? No, absolutely nothing. It's zero. You just go in your back office and you say, hey, I want to get paid in cash instead of vouchers. That's all there is to it to become an associate. But that's completely up to you. Now, I did mention earlier the Wednesday call, and I put this slide together with the help of Jeff Beebe. And I just want to emphasize that Wednesday night, you'll be hearing from some of the top incomers on the Cepeda team. They do a phenomenal Zoom meeting every Wednesday night where the business is the focus. And you can look at the page right there. You can do a screenshot. These numbers were said from stage. People were highlighted. It was in our program listing the people that earn these different amounts. The income potential is real. And if you're interested in that side of the business, join us Wednesday night. We'll get into those in more detail. With that, I want to thank all of you for joining us. And I do want to make a couple of announcements for those of you that are already involved and even some of you that are just really checking this out on a serious level. Go to isafyi.com. Scroll down to the opportunity. You can read about some promotions that are going on right now. The ISA Life app has been upgraded. You're going to be able to help a new customer get started in like 2 minutes. It's absolutely amazing. There were so many great things announced in Nashville, but that was probably one of my favorites. We've got a new What to Say, Share, and Do. That's available all there. Also, go to isagenixbusiness.com. If you want to get into more details and get more information about what Nancy covered as far as the essential oils go, that's the place to go. Isagenixbusiness.com. You can see the tools section. Click on the tools section, and you'll see the download, and you get all the information. You'll see where we got the slides from. It's all right there. We want you to be knowledgeable about this. Events are so important. I mentioned it earlier, but I want to reemphasize it one more time. If you're a customer or an associate or a huge business builder or anywhere in between, you want to be at Express University. It is by far the best run event I've ever been to. It's a Carol Tonkin who was on our call tonight. I don't know if she still is, but she and Mark Sinclair do a lot of the work, but there's a lot of people involved, and it is a phenomenal event. I encourage you with everything I've got to be there. I know that was the first event I attended when I joined Isagenix, and I literally knew from the moment I walked in that door, literally, hadn't heard a single person talk, just the atmosphere, the way people smiled, the way they looked, their attitude. I knew I'd found a home for life. So with that, on the business side, we'll talk more Wednesday, but we are opening up Korea soon. It was announced in Nashville. There's a website right there. You can check that out and get more information. You are in the right place at the right time. Whoever invited you to do a huge favor. Nancy, if you can stick around and answer some of those questions that popped up, I'm going to go ahead and stop our recording. Thank you for joining us. Get back with the person who invites you to watch this, and come join us. This is a fun family atmosphere where we help people get healthy, we help people get wealthy, and all along the way, we make new friends. God bless you. Thanks for joining us. Liz and Nancy, thank you.
Thank you, Chuck. Awesome.
Of it, how it's prepared, how it's made. Do we know any of that?
Yes, I do. You know, a lot of people
recording
have
again, so make sure you stay compliant.
Yeah.
Kind of
right.
you always do.
So, we know that Isagenix is a no compromise company. Whoever's whistling, and that's the same way it is with the oils. The oils are third-party tested with a testing lab. They meet the standards of the ISO, the International Organization for Standardization. They're 100% pure. They're free from adulterants and from bacterial contaminants. And those are the stipulations that you want in essential oils. There are some other, things that people use for terminology with oils, but that is the basic FDA. And as far as, quality is concerned, we know that Isagenix never does anything less than the very, very best. And we want to be talking about what Isagenix does do and not what other companies don't do. So don't get into any kind of comparison. Just know your company, know what's happened over the 16 years that we've had Isagenix. You don't grow a company to $6 billion in 16 years without, and the kind of retention we have with people who don't build the business but just use the products. You don't have that kind of retention without the most incredible products. The results speak for themselves. So
very good. And while we're recording, I just want to make a little sneak announcement here. Former professional basketball player, business owner Versal Shaw is going to be my guest next Monday night. So if you have a any type of athlete or someone who's into performance. We'll cover the core products as always, but we'll do a little more emphasis like we did tonight with Liz on the performance products. So if you got somebody that might resonate with Versal Shaw, he will be our guest speaker next Monday night. So Versal, thanks for being available to do that. So are there any other questions for Nancy or Liz while I've got you? And then we're going to wrap this up in just a couple minutes here.
I just want to say, Liz, that was phenomenal. You did such a good job. And the Amped line is so excellent. We took it yesterday out hiking, and the products just keep you so tuned up. I loved how you shared. So thank you for that. I also just want to mention to people, make sure you're understanding that we have skincare. This is fantastic. This is $20 for 10 packets of this. And all of the 7 pieces of the skincare are in this sample packet. $2 for this. You can give it to people, try it yourself, and it is unbelievable how fantastic it is. We have a complete picture here.
Thank you. The presentation of essential oils. I have mine all packed up. I haven't unpacked it yet, but I think I'm going to try the lavender this evening.
Nice.
And feel good.